Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I'm your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to slay the spire, or should I slay the Tohu, as we continue our journey throughout all the Tohu mods. Which mod are we going to be playing today? Well, we've got 3 left, I believe. Yes, 3 left. We have Remu, the Shrine Maiden. We have Yukuyo, the Underworld Nether, and the Administrix, otherwise known as the Lich, apparently. And the fact you're a Lich really makes me think, wow. By the way, what are your abilities? Because you start with 2 relics. Right-click during combat to activate. Gain 1 intangible and 1 artifact. Recharges after 5 combats. That's quite okay. Yukio's fan. Block is not removed at the start of combat. At the start of each combat, gain 5 fans and shuffle 5 Sakura and Butterfly into your draw pile. Gain 1 charge whenever you rest. At the end of each combat, you lose HP equal to the turn count to a minimum of 1. You know what? Sure. Let's work out how you play. Well, you certainly look like a Tohu character, I'll give you that much. So, let's take a look at this. What is my deck? Fantasy Butterflies. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Upgrade all butterfly cards. Okay. Dreamy Sakura. Gain 2 Diaphalamity. Diaphalamity. On you. Reduce damage taken by 5%. 5% times the quantity. On an enemy, increase its damage taken by 5% up to 100%. Reduced by half at the start of each turn. Okay. Deathly Ground. Deal 4 damage, gain 1 Phantom. Ghost, otherwise what I assume to be Phantom. At the end of your turn, cause HP loss to a random enemy of count of remaining hand for stack times. At the start of your turn, give 1 constricted to a random enemy and reduce by 1. Apply 1 intangible and fading for each X plus 6 HP the enemy has. Do you mean X divided by 6? I don't get this. Let's just pick a thing and see how you work, lady. Status. Deal 1 damage, draw 1 card. Can be upgraded any number of times. Reset. Reset. Degrade the card to the initial grade. Sakura. Heal 1 HP and draw 1 card. Can be upgraded any time. Okay. So I'm taking 20% less damage now. And why do you have intangible? Fading, dies in 6 turns. So I'm just hearing defend. These butterflies and whatnot are a really weird way to play. Mostly because they count as status cards, so I'm not sure whether I like this ability for anything other than bosses. That is such a weird one. Ghost and Sakura. Shuffle 1 Sakura Suicide into your draw pile. Upgrade all Sakura cards. What the hell's a Sakura Suicide? Linger over Flower. Counts as a Sakura and a Butterfly card. Shuffle 1 Sakura or Butterfly into your draw pile. Can be upgraded any number of times. Huh. Spear of Papillo. Deal 5 HP loss. Shuffle 2 Butterfly Deep-Rooted into your draw pile. Upgrade all Butterfly cards. I'll take the Suicide, because I don't know. I don't have enough max HP for the whole in reality, I'm afraid, so I'm not going to jump into it. You managed to rein in your sudden urge, trusting your life to some freaky hole in the ground. It didn't sound appealing to you. No, not when it takes off 10% of my max health, at least. So, what does this do? Sakurai Suicide. Heal HP, gain a phantom. Okay. What is the upgrade to these cards, out of interest, by the way? It upgrades to 3 damage. You upgrade to 3, whatchamacallit, which is actually quite significant. And the Ghostum becomes free. So, from what I can tell, this girl is kind of all about play as many cards as possible in one turn. Elegance. Increase your damage reduction by your fan quantity. Cereblis Subhertila. Counts as a Sakura card. Heal 1 HP, draw 1 card. When you draw a Sakura, upgrade it. Can be upgraded any amount of times. Exhaust, retain. Interesting. All Wonder. If you haven't played any other cards this turn, end the turn, then skip your enemy's next turn. Otherwise, gain Phantom X Phantom. All Wonder could be useful. A delightful aroma permeates the air, drawing you to a clearing where a lone woman sat at a table, filled to the brim with exotic dishes. Ghostly butterflies flutter about, an otherworldly addition to what was otherwise a mundane scene. The woman has yet to notice you, too busy devouring everything in front of you. I'm pretty sure this is me. Sure, I'll take the butterfly. I need 10 max HP, thank you. It has been a long time since you ate. Surely the woman, otherwise known as yourself, wouldn't mind if a fruit or two went missing from the table. You dart forward and snatch your prize. Searing pain made itself known all over your body as butterflies swarmed you, pressing their burning coldness against your vulnerable body as you sought to escape with your ill-gotten gains in hand. You make it out of the clearing, the ghostly creatures finally ceasing their pursuit. Glancing back, you notice the woman has not even glanced upwards from her endeavors to shove one plate into her mouth after another. You bite down on your fruit. You bite down on the fruit you had taken, feeling its warmth spread throughout your body. Hopefully you wouldn't have to do something quite as harrowing for your next meal. Right. Alright, well, let's start with hitting you. Butterfly. Sakura. Butterfly. Use the Sakura. Use the Sakura. And there we go. Right. So, if I press all Wonder... Oh, okay. Now, butterflies. Die. Sakurai. Butterfly. Sakurai. Butterfly. Dreamy whatchamacallit. So there is literally no reason to not use cards when I've got this many status effects. End of Tharameta can only be played when the enemy's diaphony is less than 20, double their current one. Right. Deal fat damage of fan stacks to all enemies. Upgrade all butterfly. I'm getting the sense I want as many rest sites as possible to be able to upgrade my fan as much as possible. And that, quite frankly, I don't want many cards either. You will die in 8 turns. I can live with that, I hope. Especially if I have All Wonder, because that actually counts as a... Apparently it doesn't count as a turn. Interesting. I gotta remember, I do have this one ability that lets me gain intangible. I also love how this is basically a game of how many, whatchamacallit, times can you upgrade your, how much can you heal yourself? As that's literally what I'm doing. Right, you are no longer have intangible. I just need to survive one more turn. Start each combat with 10 block. I like that. Yukio, heal 50% of your lost HP. I also like that. I'm going to need that. Linger over flower. You know, I'll take that, because I don't know what it does. What's the question mark? You find yourself in a dark and damp forest, filled with vines and insects and other unpleasant things. Not to mention the mushrooms. The mushrooms covered everything. The air is thick and with their spores, and you could feel your breath getting shorter and shorter as the particles clogged up your lungs. You see a break in the trees ahead, 2 houses in the distance. One of them is worn down, plants nesting themselves on the roof and curdling around the windows. The other is nicer looking, clean, white tiles, lending itself to a much more pristine appearance. I'll go for the pristine house. You knock on the door, and there is a brief pause before it opens with a quiet clink. Quiet clink. There is no one in the doorway. As you step into the house, you blink in confusion when you see that no one appears to be around at all. The door closes behind you with a click. You spin around, finding a small doll hovering in the air to be the culprit. Are you lost, stranger? A blonde doll-like girl emerges from one of the rooms, regarding you with a cool look. You explain that you are simply passing through and that the forest's hostile nature had caught you off guard. The girl nods like she had expected such an explanation. If you did venture in unprepared, you are lucky to have made it this far. She sits down in a chair, her fingers busying themselves with a bundle of cloth in her hands. Once you've recovered, I can lead you out of here. Why did I think that as lend? I suppose. A doll carrying a tray approaches you, several refreshments neatly arranged before you. Drink that, it'll help clear the spores from your system. You thank her before taking a sip from the cup, the bitter drink sending a soothing feeling flowing throughout your body. You watch mesmerized as a girl elegantly worked with the cloth, with thread and needle, turning what was once a mundane bundle of cloth into something more, something vibrant, something that seemed almost alive. You blink. You don't know how much time has passed, but you see the girl standing up regarding her newest doll with a pleased expression. I see you're feeling better now. You can leave now if you wish. The girl stops at the doorway, turning back to look at you expectantly. You find yourself following her, almost as if your body was moving of its own accord. Huh. Well, I'd like to rest, please. Which means will give me more Sakurai and Butterfly. Yeah, I want to rest as much as possible. Huh, a more bank. Okay. Interesting. And then a tree. So you count as a Sakurai and a Butterfly. So if I upgrade you, yes, you get upgraded. And what happens is you put in a Sakurai or a Butterfly of that particular upgrade into the deck. Interesting. I also don't lose block at the end of turns. So in theory, I want to get as much block as I am actually physically able to. The question is figuring out how the hell I get my hands on block. Phantom Gift. At the start of each turn, gain Phantom. That's not bad. Redemption of Death. Revive. Revive. Add a card from your exhaust pile into your hand. Revive one random butterfly. I quite like Phantom, so I'll try that. Ooh. You spot a young swordswoman training in a garden, sweeping slashes and rapid thrusts, flying through the air while a white blob curiously follows her movements. Her technique seems a little rigid, but you're sure you could find a way to incorporate her movements into your own fighting style if you watched a little longer. Alternatively, it is possible that you would learn more if you were to simply go down there and ask her for a spar. Well, I could obtain the Crescent Moon Slash, which wouldn't be the worst thing, but upgrading a card also so that I can upgrade this to make it free Also seems good. You watch, mesmerized, as the swordswoman dashes from position to position, like a waterfall crashing downstream, bursts of movement interspersed with quick slashes and thrusts. The style had its flaws, but you could certainly see the value of surprising an opponent with a burst of speed and ending the fight right then and there. The girl halts, sheathing her blade, wiping her brow. The display is over, it seems. You nod to yourself, turning away, musing over what you had learned. Demon Bookseller. You step into a store, and you are immediately assailed by the scent of old musty pages and dried ink, along with the sense of something more sinister, something demonic. Welcome to Suzuzan, home of the biggest collection of demon books in Gensokyo. A quirky girl enthusiastically welcomes you, completely oblivious to the shelf of books radiating malevolent intent behind her. So what's the Book of Spectres? At the start of your turn, draw 2 cards. Discard all non-attack cards drawn this way. At the start of each combat, add a random power card into your hand. It costs 0 for that turn. I actually like that one. Like, that one can screw me over, because half my cards are status effects. But this one's really good. So, yeah, sure. And it doesn't cost me my morebank. Thank you! Come again! As you walk out with your questionable purchase in tow, you sincerely hope the book isn't going to start gnawing at your arm or something equally dubious. Alright, well, let's just see what happens. Float of the Moon. At the start of your turn, upgrade all butterfly cards 3 times. Draw 1 less card at the start of your turn. Your Deviate Butterfly will deal 3 times damage and exhaust. Deviate cards include Deviate Sakura, Deviate Butterfly, Explore, Photo, Soul. Soul these cards. Okay. Sure, why not? I'll give it a go. How did that do 15 damage? I could just throw 2 firebombs at you right now. But I really shouldn't do that until, really, the next turn. A level 12 Butterfly. That's gonna be horrid. Right, Butterfly. I don't know why the Butterfly's doing so much damage to you. Oh, is it because my Butterfly does triple damage because that's the power I got? And if that's the case, Jesus Christ. Hello, Singing Machine. How do you want to work? I really feel I should go with Rhythm, because I am in so many ways going to gain... I don't have Block. I'm going to go with Rhythm, just because I don't have Block and I don't know anything else yet. Ticket to Heaven. Apply 13 Fading. Double any constructed damage target enemy takes. Exhaust. Fading is the instant kill ability, isn't it? Showy Withering. At the start of your turn, upgrade all Sakura and receive 1 Sakura. Exhaust every 3rd Sakura you play. No. I'll take the potentially kill the enemy eventually card, please. This is such a weird character to play. Wandering Soul. Gain 1 strength if your HP is greater than half. Otherwise, gain dexterity. Can I benefit from dexterity? Counts as a butterfly card. Place Deviate Butterfly with a random effect into your draw pile. Can be upgraded any number of times. Reset. Sure! Why not? Let's go with more butterflies, and then we'll rest again to add even more butterflies to our deck. Hello, Girl of a Million Masks. I don't actually do that much. Particularly in terms of... Butterfly Delusion. Where the hell did that come from? Oh my god, your current mask is actually horrible. Go to hell. All of my butterflies are delusions. Why? Is that just the power I played at the beginning? Well, now is when I can start nuking you, because I don't take any negatives for it. Am I even going to survive 10 turns? Butterfly Shallowtail. Upgrade all butterfly cards. Or at least all the days should pretty much be out of my deck now. At least. Do I want to just skip a turn? Probably not, honestly. Butterfly Ghost. Apply 1 constricted. I think you're dead now. Yeah. 10 damage. Could have been worse, honestly. So what have we got? Float on the moon. At the start of your turn, upgrade all butterfly cards 3 times. Your Deviate Butterfly will deal 3 times damage and exhaust. Gain 10 Phantom. Very tempting, actually. The Inky Sakura. Counts as a Sakura card. If upgraded 30 times, deal 100% HP loss to all enemies. Otherwise, deal 5% HP loss. Can be upgraded any number of times. Ha! So, upgrade me 30 times and become an insta-kill. I would say what's the upgrade, but the upgrade is literally upgrade it 30 times and becomes an insta-kill. I like Ghost Spot. Mostly because I don't think I can upgrade it like 30 times. Runic Dome. Start, gain extra energy, no longer see intends. I don't really need energy as this character. If anything, what I need is a way of defense. So either that or the Loving Family. And ironically, I feel like going with the plated armor. Because, you know, I ignore my block is not removed, and it's a way of getting block. Yeah, I'll actually go with the plated armor. Okay, princess. Let's see what else you got. Right, Wandering Soul, sure. Gain the strength. Next. I don't actually have any butterflies. Interesting. Better do that. Can do that to gain a butterfly. Gain some ghost. And then I'll do this and get more butterfly. Okay. That did a hell of a lot of damage. Question, if I just end my turn now, will you guys take, like, infinite damage? Not far off it, thanks to the fact I've got the... all that phantom. Huh. 10 phantom does a lot. Apparently. Dancing Death Dancing. Give 7 of the whatchamacallit. Deal damage equal to the whatchamacallit. Song of Paplio. Shuffle 1 butterfly swallowtail into your draw pile. Upgrade all cards. Can upgrade it to do 0. Next turn you will gain 3 whatchamacallit. You will gain 3 times whatchamacallit from the cards. Exhaust. I'll go with swallowtail. Don't ask me why. Count when upgrading Sakura. At next shuffle, upgrade all Sakura for count times and draw count. What? Okay. I don't know what that means. Other than the fact I'm probably about to take a bunch of damage. Dreamy Sakurai. I should have really just gone with the All Wonder. You can have the fading. And there goes all my plated armor. Glorious. I was about to say, why did that do triple damage, but that's because of the vigor. Receive 2 random butterflies. Upgrade all butterfly cards 2 times. Ooh, I like that. Upgrade all Sakura cards. Draw a card, exhaust. Gain 2 phantom. Shuffle a Sakurai Suicide into your draw pile. So Butterfly, Sakura, and Phantom seem to be the way we win this. So what I really need is, like, the Runic Pyramid. If I really want to abuse the Phantom. I feel. Oh, this one's new. The Nightmare of Heian. Darkness envelops you. It shrouds your senses, preying on your fear and doubt. You see terrifying figures manifest before you. Broken, distorted forms that your mind refuses to even acknowledge. Warped and twisted horrors that defy all comprehension. One of them grins at you sinisterly, the conductor of this grim symphony. Embrace the darkness, puny mortal, or let the darkness embrace you. Be consumed. Remove 2 cards and become cursed. Your cards are obscured for 1 combat. After obtain a special relic. What do you mean by obscured? Conqueror of Fear. While there are 10 or more cards in your discard pile, you gain an additional 2 strength and dexterity. That doesn't really help me all that much, but then again, I do have about 1,000 cards in the end, with all the status cards I create, so... why not? You stride forward boldly, embracing the inky surfaces around you. The nightmare ends and your surroundings return. You glance in a nearby puddle. A black horror stares back at you. Okay. Ask the detective. Hello, detective. How you doing? I admit I don't want any of your cards, because they're kind of useless to me. So I refuse. The cautious sort, aren't you? I suppose I can't blame you. The woman peers at you closely, nodding to herself. I suppose what I've gotten from you is good enough. I still have several leads to investigate after all. The woman walks away, leaving you unable to get a word in edgewise. Right, so I have no idea what any card is. Prepare the way for death. At the end of your turn, gain the way to death. It's a good thing it doesn't obscure my whatchamacallit. Way to death. Count the different costs you play each card. Gain Phantom of their number at the end of the next turn. I am playing blind. And I will continue to play blind. Just like I have any clue what the hell is going on here. Sakurai! Sakurai! Goodbye! Conqueror of Fear! Discover 10. Gain 10 energy. End the turn after you play 10 more cards. That sounds really cool. Well, hello there. And your craziness. What the fuck did I just do? Alright, well, let's discover 10 cards and see what we get. Okay. Flooding. Counts as a Sakura card, yada yada. Gain whatever. Reduce 1 fan. Gain, rounding down, that per all Sakura. Then 1 energy per 5 whatchamacallit. Then 1 Sakura per 3 energy in draw pile. Exhaust. Weird. Oh, I get to discover these cards, do I? Oh, okay. Set your own HP to 1. Gain block equal to the HP you lost. That, surprisingly, actually isn't bad for us. I'll take Redemption of Death to start with. Just because I can revive some butterflies. Ah! The 10 more cards ended. I don't know how I'm alive. Hey look, another pair for me. Just what I needed. Infinite reviving. Reduce 1 fan. Revive 1 Sakura and 1 butterfly. When damaged, place into hand. No. Full Moon. Exhaust all Sakurai cards. Gain regen equal to the number of cards exhausted. Exhaust. That might not be too bad, actually. But then again, Elegance would be really good for just gaining 7 of the whatchamacallit. Treasure Hunter. A mousy looking girl approaches, her eyes intently focused on the metal rod she is waving around in front of her. She stops right in front of you and looks up. Hey, you're standing right on top of some treasure, you know. I'll lose 5 max HP, sure, why not? You step aside as the girl brings down a few shovels and begins to dig. Interested in what riches she might uncover, you wordlessly pick up a shovel and begin digging as well. After several minutes of hard labor, the two of you discover a cache of various artifacts and trinkets. Whoa, there's a lot in here. The girl gives you a look. Didn't expect you to help out, but since you did, I guess you can take some of this with you. Picking out a few choice relics, you say your farewells to the girl before continuing on your way. Skills are now automatically upgraded. Well, let's go make sure we rest. Because that's what I clearly need to do a lot of. Ozma's page. That's a resurrection. No, I'm not a coward. Oh, for hell's sake, not you. I literally cannot block. I literally cannot. I have a few turns to win. If I wish to live. Increase your death enemy by your fan quantity. It did not increase by 8, goddamn you. Am I just auto drawing every time I use a card or something? God, I love the Phantom. The 10 Phantom. It's just so stupid. Monster Cherry Tree. Transform all Deviate Sakura to Deviate Sakura with random effect. Hide. Cannot be drawn unless the only other cards in your draw pile are hide cards. Ha. Trap Lamp. Reduce 1 ghost. Place one butterfly ghost into draw pile. Next turn, place a copy of this into your hand. Okay, sure. Why not? Breaking news! Let's see, I want an uncommon card, please. What do you have? Exhaust all butterfly cards. Deal decouple damage. Ha. Phantom butterflies. I like this one. Transform all deviate butterfly with no extra effect to butterfly delusion. So it means just transform regular butterflies into butterfly delusions, which works quite well. Can only be played when you don't have cards with the same name except basic and deviate. Exhaust all basic and deviate. Gain energy at the start of your next turn. You're the one I did, and it basically just destroyed all my cards. No thank you. Right, I gotta remember, you're the one that exhausts stuff. So... And by all that's holy, I desperately need an awful lot of stuff. Healing, namely. I don't want to use the trap lamp too much, because I've got the one that says I've got the power, which basically says my whatchamacallit doesn't really go down. So if I do that, you become deviate. I can now just end my turn and you die. But as I can Sakurai, I should Sakurai. Scorched Girl. Whenever you're attacked, apply 2 burn. Okay. I'll take the burn, please. Mini Ghostdom. Gain 1 energy, 1 phantom, and 1 of the damage reduction. Place a random special Sakurai and Butterfly into your draw pile. Upgrade all cards. Draw 1. I'm not sure if that's worth 3. The damage increase of enemies will not reduce at the start of the turn. When it reaches 100, give 1 intangible and 1 fading. Ha! Suicide. Set own HP to 1. Gain block equal to the HP you lost. Innate and exhaust. Well, given the fact we heal a bunch, that might not be too bad. Become Phantom. Lose 2 Fan. At the start of each turn, gain 1 Phantom. Why would I do that? When I literally have a card that just says, be Phantom anyway. What the hell is a butterfly deep-rooted, I wonder? To make this cost 2. I'll take you. I'm tempted. Oh god. Replace all your cards with rarer cards except Deviate. Why not? Actually, there's a good reason why not. Deal 4 HP loss, draw 1 card. Ah, so it just does plain HP loss. That's kind of cool. I don't want to do that. Also, why didn't I use this? Alright, I'm gonna do the suicide. I need the block. How about you don't? Bastard. Oh, I didn't use the Phantom. Well, actually, that's probably good. I need a chance to gain some upgrades. Sakurai! No more Sakurai. Shame. I'll rest again, and now we've got 9! All in time for this boss, which is... I don't recognize this boss. What's going on? Tenfold listening. Every other instance of attack damage dealt to this creature is prevented. Every other debuff applied to this creature is negated. Oh! If I just put fading on you and then I just focus on killing you, things might not be so bad. I'm also going to use a suicide at the beginning of the turn now. Neither of you are doing anything, so I don't have to worry too much. Hooray. What did I just gain? Counter. Next time this creature deals attack damage, it will deal that much damage to itself as well. That wasn't too bad. I'm beginning to feel a sense of... maybe focusing one character wasn't the way I should have done this. I have just noticed how much strength you have. I also noticed that I don't like how much strength you have. Yeah, I desperately need to kill you now. It seems your immortality was fraud. Oh, no, that's not the only thing that's a fraud. Oh, Jesus. You're doing quite a lot to me there, aren't you? It's a good thing I'm on max health for this now. I'm better off doing nothing and just ending my turn. Because of the sheer amount of damage it deals. Goodbye, I'm on full health. Well, I was before, until that happened. Hey, I got 5 max HP back. What have we got? Transform all cards except Deviate to Explore Plus. Why? Are you telling me to just randomize my deck? Ghastly Dream. Retrieve butterfly up to fill your hand. This turn, your butterfly will be played for 2 extra times and exhaust. You can't draw cards during the turn. Interesting. Scenery of Papello. Copy all deviate and place them into draw pile. Exhaust, hide. The only one I can believe would be good is the Ghastly Dream. No longer discard my hand. That is going to annihilate stuff with the Phantom now. Ooh, we're fighting the vampires at the end of this. Ooh, what fun. Well, it looks like we're not going to get a Kappa shop today. We're barely even going to get a regular shop. I just realized, because of the fact I've got the Runic Pyramid, I can actually keep Suicide in my hand until I actually need it. The problem is I've got this card in my hand now, which I don't want. I've got to figure out a way to remove that card. Hello, did you enjoy having health? Shame you don't anymore. That is the power of the Runic Pyramid with this Phantom crap. Ooh, the Medicine Seller. Sure, why not? It's a free, easy card. I'll take a 0-cost card, please. 1 vulnerable would be good. Draw a card would be amazing. And also a weak. Well, there's no point letting it have retain. Because of the fact I've got the Runic Pyramid. Ooh, the Princess of the Moon. You find yourself in a bamboo forest again as you're trekking along with... you come across a cabin in the woods. You peer into one of the windows and see a woman sitting on a couch. Ah, being able to visit teacher every so often is quite nice, but I wonder why she decided to lecture us on the merits between using force and diplomacy. Is it not obvious that diplomacy is a superior choice? I think everyone would be happier if wars were won with words rather than weapons. Remove 2 skills from my deck. The woman pauses, biting into a peach. What do you think, stranger? Would you rather conquer others with words or weapons? If I pick weapons, I'll be able to remove this, which will be nice. But I'll have to remove something else. Actually, I can remove you, because you're crap now. Yes, I'll remove that. And where is it? Chase the whatchamacallit, please. You would agree with my sister, then? I should have expected as much from a denizen of this impure planet. The woman sighs, clearly disappointed by your choice. But the way of words involves respecting the words of others as well. So I suppose I'll leave you to enact your wanton violence. The space distorts around the woman, and with a brief flash of light, she disappears. You see a woman sitting in the distance, gazing at the shape twirling and twisting in the palm of her hand. Disaster will soon befall you. You are startled by her sudden words, and even more startled by her sudden appallment of doom. I can read it in the air around you. It shouldn't be a surprise given how much conflict you've been embroiled with in since you've come here. She stands up, dispelling the figure dancing in her hand. But it is my duty to prevent calamities from happening, so I'm willing to lend you a little aid. You certainly wouldn't be adverse to receiving some aid. Lose 6 HP. Choose one of 3 rare relics to choose from. Sure, I'll take relics. Mango, more max HP. Unceasing Top, don't need it. Additional, I'll take the mango. She stands up, dispelling the figure dancing in her hand. Oh, I've already said that bit. The watery figure concealed back into her palm, where it danced, twirled, and shape-shifted into a relic that neatly fit into your hand. It's not much, but I wish you the best of luck. You thank the woman for her help before continuing on her way. Nom. Ooh, a merchant. A merchant, you say? I don't exactly have much of a merchant. Let's see, what can I do? I've got a fight ahead of me. But I'm not getting a merchant, so this is my one only time to use the merchant. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. I actually like... That's not one I usually like, but for this particular build, I think I'll love that. Bonus HP will also be nice. Choose a power. Do I have much in the way of powers I would want? Immediately. Not particularly, if I'm honest. Dying Butterflies. Cancel the butterfly card. Gain 2 Phantom up to 5. Can be upgraded any number of times. Exhaust. Sure. Linger over the flowers. Another one of those where I, whatchamacallit, pick a card. I really didn't get much that I wanted or needed this particular run. Or for the merchant, at least. Shame. Maybe I'll encounter another. Discover 1 10 times. Transform all Deviate Sakura with no extra effect to blue. Well, I might as well do that as it's a free card. At the end of your turn, randomly give all enemy 1 to whatever, whatchamacallit. Well, let's apply you, just so that you start fading. Gain block! Oh, I didn't even know I could gain block. Sakurai Seal, gain block. Huh. Well, you're doing an awful lot of damage. Sakurai Bloom, upgrade all other Sakurai cards. That was a really nice one, actually, then. Murder you with the power of Phantom. I need more Phantom. A lot more Phantom. I also need to use a lot of my cards, just so I can start drawing more. Right, let's see how much damage when you take 6 damage 18 times. Mwah! Queen's Comb. I don't think I want it. Because that reduces the effect of my suicide, basically. All-round Helper. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain 2 strength at the start of your next turn. I honestly could do that, because my butterflies do not count as attacks. Whenever you play 5 cards in a single turn, gain energy. That's even more stupid. I'll take that, please. I play 1,000 cards a turn. Ghastly Dream. Sure, why not? I need more butterflies. Boom. Apparently that really can just win you the fight. Huh. 1 Dying Butterflies, please. Ink Bottle. Whenever I play 10 cards, draw a card. I love this. Now I rest, and I recall, because I do need to recall. God damn it. Someone else's story. You find yourself in the midst of a festival. People of all sizes, shapes, and sizes, and unusual appendages bustling about around you. In the center of the crowd, you see someone who seems to be recounting a tale of long ago. And there we were, my mortal enemy, and I, ready to fight to the death once more. The woman hiccups, and you deduce that she is probably drunk. Add a Luna card to my deck. Fight a special enemy. Add a rare Luna card to my deck. You know what? Might as well fight the special enemy. This time I'll pound you into the ground. Go ahead and try. Everlasting Life. Gain 20 blocks, scry 4. Deal 10 damage, draw a card. If it's an attack, deal 10 damage again. Oh, it won't be. Draw 3 cards, gain 30 block for every skill drawn this way. Gain 9 block if it's a skill. I am an idiot. But no matter. Buddhist Diamond. Deal 24 damage. When this attack is discarded by Scry, increase its combat damage by 2. Scry 3. Cards discarded this way cost 0 until played. Unlikely 8. Deal 10 damage and choose one of 3 master cards from your master deck to add to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Okay. Rainbow Danmaku. Deal 20 damage. Scry 5. For every attack discarded this way, deal 20 damage again. Sure, why not? You're an attack, and that's it. The next card is a block, so I can now double block. Like that. You play the next 2 cards. You're the Brilliant Dragon, which actually will benefit from the bonus damage. What passive do I have? Someone else's story. Defeat merely takes you back to the event, but forfeits the card reward. If you win with at least 45 HP remaining, the card reward is upgraded. Your current and max HP are restored to the original values after this encounter. Really cool. Really cool. Okay. Gain 12 block and deal 12 damage. Nice. 20 block, you're doing 42 damage. So if I gain that, I will actually get enough block needed to actually complete this. Sure. Right. You put 1 weak and fragile on me on the turn where it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm very glad for the fact that my block does not come off at the end of every turn. It's quite useful. Honestly, so is the Runic Pyramid, frankly, I think. In this scenario. You're an attack, and you're an attack. Goodbye to the pair of you. I should have used that turn to actually just gain some block, damn it. Use the Morning Mist. Put the Salamander Shield on top of the deck. Use the Salamander Shield, gain the extra block. Then use the Everlasting Life. Discard 2 cards. And there we go. I'm taking you down slowly but surely. Morning Mist. With the Morning Mist. Take the Salamander Shield. It becomes a new Morning Mist. Do I have another Salamander Shield? I do not. Hurried Mind. I don't know what this is. This person's not doing very well at what they need to do in order to kill me. I'm going to have done this without losing any health. Well, you're dead now either way, so good night. You burn. The story has been told, and I get one of these Luna cards. Ooh, interesting. Dreamlight Paradise. Scry 4. Cards discarded this way cost 0 until played. When this card is drawn, draw 1 card. Rising World. Scry 4. Cards discarded this way are upgraded. When this card is drawn, draw 1 card. I'll take the Rising World because it's free. Compared to the rest. And with a mighty blow, victory was mine once again. The crowd cheers at the clearly exaggerated story, and you shake your head in disbelief before moving on. What, disbelief of actually witnessing the story? Ooh, I can scry now, which means when I draw cards... What have I got here? I want that. Actually, do I want these? You get upgraded, you get upgraded. So now I heal. I get a couple of butterflies. Which I can then shove on that man's face. Well, take 6 damage 14 times, please. Oh, goody. I really care about what you're doing. Oh, okay, sorry. Take 7 damage 23 times. Goodbye. And now bronze scales. So not only do I burn them, I now have thorns. Nice. Counts as a Sakurai card. For every 3 times upgraded, place 1 soul into hand. Can be upgraded many times. Reset. I don't know what a soul is. Please, tell me what it is. Well, clearly I need to upgrade that a number of times. Your cards have been obscured. Have they? Have they really? Ah, you're now level 3. So what is a soul? Soul. Unplayable, ethereal. Why do I want that? Counts as a Sakurai card. For every place 1 soul into... Why do I want souls? I'll take another suicide. No, I won't take another suicide. 1 suicide is enough. Let us rest. And now we have 10 of our fan. Which means... we put 10 of our... whatchamacallit. What's this say? At the start of your turn, upgrade all butterfly cards 3 times. Draw 1 less card at the end of your turn. At the start of your turn. That's actually useful. Your deviant butterfly will deal 3 times the damage and exhaust. Okay. Fuck it, I'll take the damage. Let's give you your fading. You're gonna need it. Ironically, just due to the sheer amount of whatchamacallit I have, the healing, I don't actually need the suicide that much. Bye-bye! Triple damage on my... That took me 5 rounds. That's amazing. Well, let's just head to the void and, you know, see if we actually have Flandair for once. I wish I could find Flandair again. We fought her once and failed utterly. And we haven't seen her since. Look, it's a miserable heart. That's not fun. Another rest, please, just so I can get more cards. A merchant. What do I get? Open the fan. Gain 1 fan, draw 2 cards. Okay. Lose 1 fan, deals damage to all enemies. Well, I don't actually need fan now. Do I? Huh. Well, let's just see how this fight goes. This is the one that might give me a bit of a... At next shuffle, upgrade all Sakura for count times and draw count cards. Okay. The sheer mass AoE of my attacks should help a lot. At least. I love how I do that and suddenly you both are doing crap all damage. Make it even worse. Alright, well, I've got 20 souls, so do your worst. Because I'm clearly doing mine. Will you even survive? No, you will not. That took 3 turns. Hello, heart! I'm here to kill you with just sheer amount of cards. I hope you don't mind. And you know what? I'll even give you a fighting chance. Oh no, you're doing stuff to me. Oh my, whatever will I do? I'm very glad I got that 80 block right now. Well, the fact this wound is never going to go away is very annoying. Wounds are the one thing that really destroys you when you've got the runic pyramid. You know what? I'm going to drink this missing HP potion now, as well as this, as well as throw a bomb at you. Because I'm actually starting to get a little concerned about whether I'll kill you or not. Sure, I've got a few thousand ways to hurt you, but still. You did just eat through all of my... The irony is also, every time you hurt me, I gain vigor. So now, my vigor just does super damage. I don't even think I have to do... I can just click end turn and you're dead. The power of 1 billion butterflies! Glorious! And again, no special ending. You know, after having special endings for so many characters, I feel so spoiled, you know? Well, we've now seen the power of 1 billion butterflies, with a girl that should have no health, but had tons at the end, and just had the ability to use 1,000 cards a turn. Yeah. Yeah. Ironically, if we got her to the point where she actually had no cards at the end, unless we got to a boss which restricts the amount of cards you can play, she actually becomes invincible. Because if you can just remove all of the cards which don't draw a card. Yeah. But then the heart hat comes into play, and it's basically a case of it does 1 damage every time you use a card, including the status cards. That's why it got a bit dicey at the end there. Whatever, we had fun. We saw the power of 1 billion butterflies. So, everyone, it looks like I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I've been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.